All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? I like being a nice guy. I like giving people chances. I'm a guy who just believes in second chances as long as you don't kill a person, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm having a hard time enjoying Markelle Fultz play basketball. This was the #1 pick in the draft about a year ago. And I got some things I need to tell y'all about Markelle Fultz. Have y'all watched the Philadelphia 76ers game this season? Let me give y'all some stats from Markelle Fultz right now. Markelle Fultz on the season is shooting, in his last 10 games, 41% from the field. Averaging about 23 minutes a game, and for the season, he's averaging 9.1 points a game, 3.6 assists a game, and 4 rebounds a game. Not bad from the rebound and assist standpoint. If you're a reserve, not bad if you were the 30th pick in the first round, 20th pick in the second round. Not bad. But when you were the #1 pick in the NBA draft a year ago, and you guaranteed that you would be the rookie of the year, and when I'm watching this Philadelphia 76ers team, because now they're looking up and they're looking at Milwaukee, who's balling right now. Because this is all about this thing in the Eastern Conference is all about who's going to become a star. That's how I look at the East right now. Like, look at Toronto, Kawhi Leonard. I think that Kyle Lowry. These are stars, right? Who's going to become their third guy? Boston, Kyrie Irving's a star. I believe Jason Tatum's a star. Who's going to emerge as the third guy for them in their system? I know Al Horford's been a star in this league. I know Gordon Hayward's been a star in this league. But who's going to be the third guy for that team? Is it going to be Jaylen Brown? Is it going to be Marcus Morris? Is it going to be Horford or Howard? Who's it going to be? Or maybe Rozier off that bench or Smart? I'm looking at the Philadelphia 76ers. They got Embiid. They got Simmons. They're looking for their third guy. And now they're looking up and seeing guys like Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be a superstar in the next couple years. He's already a star, obviously. Chris Middleton is really, really good at the game of basketball. They got 2 guys. So now it's like a race between Philly and Milwaukee to get a third guy. Who's going to be the third guy? Is it going to be Eric Bledsoe? Is it going to be Markelle Fultz? I'm looking at this Philadelphia 76ers team struggle to keep Markelle Fultz on the court down the stretch. A lot of games they're rolling without Fultz, bruh. This is the #1 pick in the NBA draft last year. He guaranteed he'd be the rookie of the year. He played in like 3 games last year. And a lot of people that I know in my basketball circles, y'all can take them with a grain of salt if you want to. Man, they don't believe Markelle Fultz was injured last year. They believe Philly just covered up his confidence woes with an injury. He lost himself last year. He walked into the NBA spotlight and realized, this is tougher than I thought. I look at Markelle Fultz as a guy who, maybe he's a guy who can get you 15, 20 points a game. And at some point in his career, he's still going to make some money in the league. He's got a nice little burst to him. He can get to the rim and make some things happen from time to time. There are a lot of other guys who are going to get paid. D'Angelo Russell's going to get paid in the next year or two. There are a lot of other guys who getting some money in this NBA that don't deserve it, right? So Fultz will find some ways to get money. But when I look at Markelle Fultz, I can officially say, I'm looking at this guy. He wasn't worth the #1 pick. Not when Jason Tatum was at 3. The jury's still out on Lonzo Ball. See, I look at Lonzo Ball as more an unfinished product. Like, he got to find a role first. Like, Lonzo can play down the stretch for the Lakers. Like, he can be in the game. The Sixers are having a hard time keeping Fultz on the court. I think there's a difference. I don't love Lonzo. But the thing I like about Lonzo and Fultz, they rebound the basketball, and to me, Lonzo's shots come to me much further than what Fultz is shooting right now. Fultz' shot still looks broken to me. He don't have any confidence. Crazy thing is, I told you he's averaging about 4 rebounds a game. Fultz is getting rebounds and taking them out of the hands of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, right? The reason why I say that's important is because when he gets a rebound, he's holding on to the rock. He's going up the court. Watch the next Philadelphia 76ers game. Whenever they play on TV again, mark my words. If he gets that rebound, he's likely not going to pass it to Ben Simmons because he wants to set up and make plays. I don't know if Simmons and him are going to work. I think Fultz will be at best when he has the basketball in his hand for most of the game. I think that's how he'll grow, right? When I'm looking at Fultz, if he gets the rebound, he's keeping the rock, going back the other way on offense, and he doesn't know what the hell to do. His sets that he's calling for the team make absolutely no sense. I'm not giving him all the blame. Brett Brown's got to figure ways to get his guy going. But I'm looking at, to me, Markelle Fultz, what, 6'3", 6'4"? He's not 6'5", right? He's 6'4", something like that. Unless you got a cannon like Bradley Beal, I don't really want a guard that's that small trying to play the slasher 2 role. I don't know if that's fit. He's got to be a point guard somewhere. To me, I haven't seen any elite passing abilities or playmaking abilities for others. He shouldn't be the number one. He shouldn't have been the number 1 pick. Philly blew it. Maybe you might think the Lakers blew it with Lonzo. I'm not arguing that. We didn't know that LeBron was coming a year later. But Philly knew they had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. And Jason Tatum in the mix of that would have been scary good. They whiffed. Fultz is a bust in regards to the number 1 pick. He might average 15, 20 points. I'm not ruling it out. But his 20 would be an ineffective 20. Oladipo was not the number 1 pick in the draft. He's figured it out. I don't believe Fultz will ever figure it out like how Oladipo has, because he don't strike me as that hard of a worker. I hope I'm wrong about that. Never met the guy, don't know the guy at all. But when you come in the league that arrogant and you don't deliver, we criticize you and critique you a little bit tougher. That jumper, man. It's y'all tell me what y'all think about Markelle Fultz in the comment box below. Please hit me on Instagram, Twitter, all that great stuff at Mr. Taliaferro TV. Follow me on this YouTube, Ferro Reacts, and my other YouTube, It's Mr. Taliaferro for more. I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now, Mr.
Taliaferro. Mr. Taliaferro.
Mr. Taliaferro.
Mr. Taliaferro. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr. Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.